You can call to order.
Yes, let's call us to order. And Catherine, can you please call the roll to determine quorum?
Ms. Aldine,
Here.
Ms. Fastinas,
Here.
Mr. Keycapper, Ms. Loomer, and Ms. Williamson.
Here.
Madam Chair, we have a quorum.
Thank you. As people join too, if we'll just keep an eye on that because I started right at 8:30. Housekeeping, but we all kind of know those. The first item on our agenda is the public comment period for items agendized for possible action. Any member of the public wishing to address the committee on an item agendized for possible action may do so at this time. Comments will be limited to 3 minutes per speaker. This comment period is reserved for items agendized for possible action. Comments on other matters, including items agendized as informational only, may be redirected to the public interest comment period before adjournment of the meeting. If any member of the public wishes to address the committee on any item agendized for possible action, please raise your hand now in Zoom or dial *9 on your phone. Is there anyone wishing to make public comment at this time that we see?
No, Madam Chair, there are no hands raised.
All right, thank you. Let's move on then to agenda item 2, which is approval of the agenda. Mr. St. Michael, any?
Yeah, we do have one quick little change just to note. Item 4, MH Tahoe residents, that violation. We've been negotiating with the parties there, and the settlement agreement, we don't actually have it ready to go today. We didn't reach agreement kind of during the last week. So Steve will make a few comments on that item, but just wanted to flag that we don't have a substantive presentation there that will be for action.
Okay, thank you. But so we're still calling agenda item 4.
We'll still call it, yeah, and Steve can make a comment.
Okay. Great, thank you. Then let's deem this agenda approved as amended. Next, agenda item 3, which is approval of the minutes. We have a draft set of minutes from March 26, 2025 on page 9. Anyone wish to make a change to the meeting minutes?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Please go ahead.
Had a change on page 14 of our meeting from March 26, where I said that I clarified that the area Lori Brook referred to where development is planned is actually an 11-acre site previously owned by my family. So I just wanted to clarify it.
Thank you. And with those changes, I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes as amended.
So moved.
All in favor, please say aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Motion passes. Agenda item 4, resolution of enforcement action, MH Tahoe Residence LLC, Mark Tanner Construction and Grateful Gardens, unauthorized vegetation and tree removal in the shore zone 9898 Lake Street, Placer County, California, assessor parcel number 090-321-006, and TRPA file number code 2025-0019. This is information can be found on page 107. So take it away, Steve. What's going on?
We are as Graham said, we're in the middle of settlement negotiations. We just haven't reached a final agreement on the restoration plan.
Okay.
And so they really wanted to make sure that that was all completed before we went forward with any settlement agreement. So we should be taking something next month.
Okay.
We were trying to hurry it this last month because of permitting and some other permits on the property, but
Is that going to be an issue with the other permits if we take it next month, or just
Nope.
what it is?
yeah,
Okay.
they were aware, and so
Okay.
it's more important to just make sure we're all on the same page going forward.
Okay. Do any other committee members have any questions at this point?
Yeah, I just had one question for Steve. In the background information, the vegetation that was in the shore zone was cut. Was it actually removed or will it regenerate?
Well, that was one thing we've been kind of watching over this season, and I've gone out there a couple times, and some of it has come back. Some of it's going to need to be planted, so we're asking for a better restoration plan,
Okay.
and that's one of the reasons why it's taking a little longer.
Okay. Thanks, Steve.
Any other questions? Okay, let's move on then to agenda item 5, which is resolution of enforcement action. Amy Pentikoff, unauthorized tree removal, 701 Clayton Way, Placer County, California, assessor parcel number 092-234-015 and adjacent parcels. Information can be found on page 115. And Jack, you want to take it away, please?
Yeah, for sure. Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the committee. I'm Jack Mensick, Assistant Attorney at TRPA. I'm joined on this by Steve Sweet. And we're here to present staff's recommendation on the resolution of this enforcement matter regarding unauthorized tree removal. The owner of this parcel is the Amy Pentakoff Family Trust, represented by Amy Pentakoff. We have reached a settlement agreement with Ms. Pentakoff, which we are presenting to the committee and the board for approval today. Next slide, please. So just real quick, this just shows the location of the properties at issue in Carnegie Bay. Next slide, please. And then zooming in, this is an overview of the parcels involved. In blue is the Pentakoff property at 701 Clayton Way, which contains a private residence. And as you can see, the property is surrounded by parcels owned by the state of California and managed as open space by the California Tahoe Conservancy, or CTC, at 695 Clayton Way, which is to the north of the Pentakoff property. 675 Old County Road, which is to the east and immediately adjacent to the Pentakoff property. And then 655 Old County Road to the far east. In November 2024, CTC investigated a neighbor's report of tree clearing taking place on the Conservancy parcels. CTC staff went to the property and observed a tree crew completing work and determined that Ms. Pentakoff had hired the crew. CTC subsequently documented a number of trees that had been removed from or felled onto the CTC parcels at 695 Clayton to the north and 675 Old County Road to the east, without the Conservancy's knowledge or permission. Next slide, please. CTC forwarded their documentation to TRPA. TRPA investigated and determined that a portion of the trees exceeded 14 inches diameter at breast height and thus should not have been removed without a TRPA permit in violation of code section 61.1.5. Next slide, please. TRPA notified Ms. Pentakoff that we believe she was responsible for the unauthorized tree removal, and after subsequent discussions, Ms. Pentakoff agreed to a settlement whereby she will pay a penalty of $15,000 to TRPA, and she will also pay CTC $6,000 towards cleanup costs on Conservancy land. With that, I'll conclude, and I'm happy to answer any questions. And also, I'm not sure if the settling party, Ms. Pentakoff, is available for any questions.
She's not.
Okay,
I was gonna say, yeah, if Miss Pentecoff, if we see her come on, we'll see if she wants to say anything. Thank you for that. Any questions or comments from the committee?
Jack, I have a question. This wasn't related to view enhancement, obviously. This is not a lakefront property, right? Or does it enhance our view, the removal of these trees?
based on CTC's documentation, I would say that is a possibility.
Okay, because normally we, the a violation that is for purposes of view enhancement requires a heftier penalty. I mean, that's just kind of.
Sometimes more on the lake, if it's on the
Yeah.
lakefront and the trees were required to be there for screening, then we can add other code sections. In this case, just for the reason of view enhancement, we would just, oppose the one code.
Okay.
The one code violation typically, but it shows a reason of why they were doing it.
Well, the question is, I mean, did she have any defense? Cutting trees on properties that she didn't own, or did she not know where her property lines were? I mean, what was the explanation? I'm just kind of
The
curious.
explanation was related to wildfire and fuel reduction, but again, these were trees that exceeded 14 inches diameter best height, which I think a forestry expert would question whether that is really helps fuel reduction given the size of the trees. The property lines are clearly marked.
Are they? Okay.
You can see that from CTC's photos. Yeah, those were the, and I would also mention that Ms. Pentakoff purchased the land to our knowledge in October 2024. This work took place very
Oh, I
shortly
see.
after. Yeah.
Okay, so she may not have been aware of our rules and regs.
And from what we were told, they were stopped during the tree cutting activity,
Mhm.
so they may have.
Okay. So no replanting, you don't believe that replanting is a legitimate request?
That wasn't requested to us
Okay.
by CTC requested cleanup costs.
Okay.
They did not request replanting.
Okay, okay, right, thank you.
Anyone else, questions or comments? Okay, if not, I am looking to entertain a motion to recommend approval of the settlement agreement as shown in attachment A.
So moved.
Thank you. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, Catherine, can you please call the roll for a vote?
Ms. Fastinas,
Yes.
Mr. Keycapper,
Yes.
Ms. Lewis,
Yes.
Ms. Aldine,
Yes,
Ms. Williamson.
Yes.
Madam Chair, the motion passes.
Thank you, and thanks for that presentation. Next on our agenda is closed session with council to discuss existing and potential litigation. So we are going to move over to the breakout room in Zoom. No one's here in person.
We'll have the closed session at the full board.
Got it, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's, and I think we talked about that,
Yeah.
sorry.
No worries.
My bad. So we will actually, we're gonna move on from agenda item 6 then, and then move into close for the full board. Thank you, Graham. I guess that's it.
That's it.
That's it. So, committee member comments, agenda item 8, any members of the committee have any comments this morning? Okay, agenda item 9, public interest comments. This is our final matter of business for the general public interest comment period. Any member of the public wishing to address the legal committee on any item listed or not listed on the agenda may do so at this time. The legal committee is prohibited by law from taking immediate action on or discussing issues raised by the public during this public comment period. Finally, comments must relate to matters within the jurisdiction of the agency. If you wish to make a comment now, please either raise your hand on Zoom or dial *9 to be called on.
Madam Chair, there are no hands raised to comment.
All right, you guys are an efficient bunch this morning and you get a little bit of time back. I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
so moved.
Thank you. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okey doke.